everybody, Jesse Fresco, Hardcore Bloodshot here with my top 3 picks of the week. So first off, we're going to start off with a little something different. I usually don't recommend the superhero type stuff. It's just not really my thing, but this one was recommended to me because it's actually not what I thought it was. Cosmic Ghost Rider. So typically I've never read any Ghost Rider stuff. I really just don't care. But it's actually not Johnny Blaze or the other guy that's supposed to be the Ghost Rider. It's actually Frank Castle. This ties in a little bit to the Infinity Gauntlet stuff that happened recently with Marvel. The idea is that Frank Castle is now the Ghost Rider, and he's been wandering the universe, and eventually he died again. So, and now he's in Valhalla, and Odin gives him a chance to be the Ghost Rider once more because he's not happy in Valhalla. And so he is given one wish by Odin. If you can go anywhere, anytime, any place, what would you do? And Frank at one point was a servant of Thanos during that entire storyline, and eventually realized he was wrong to do that, and now he wants to make amends, and so he's given one chance to go back and kill Thanos as a child. And seeing Frank Castle as the Cosmic Ghost Rider punching baby Thanos was probably going to be the funniest thing I see all year long. It's definitely one of the funniest things. The artwork is fantastic. This is a visually amazing book. It's very good looking. Very cool. It's a little more cartoony than I usually like with the Punisher stuff, but this is not really typical Frank Castle. It reminds me a lot of the Rick Remender Franken Castle stuff that was done years and years ago, where Frank Castle got resurrected as a Frankenstein's monster version of himself. It's over the top, it's goofy, it's funny, it's not really meant to be serious and downbeat like most of the Punisher stuff. But even though it's called Cosmic Ghost Rider, it really should be called Cosmic Punisher because that's basically what it is. Definitely a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff in here. Definitely check this one out. After that, we have The Last Siege. This is a book that was recommended to me by Steve Anderson at Third Eye Comics. This is a book that if you've ever read anything by Brian Wood, like Northlanders, or ever read Ivan Brandon's Vikings, this is definitely kind of the same thing. Basically, there's a king that is overtaking all the kingdoms in this land. It's never really given what a time period is in this. It's just sort of like monarchy era, feudal era, and essentially this one kingdom is about to be taken over by this one king, and a member of the house that runs this small town returns to the town to essentially take control of it and restore order and fight back against the king that wants to come and capture it and claim it for his own. Very simple story, very straightforward. The artwork is it's a little bit basic for my taste. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Rob Guillory's work on Chew, which is kind of odd, but something about the style of it looked very reminiscent. And probably the way they do people's faces. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's not really deep, not complex, but it's very good with its structure, very straightforward. Not a ton of character development, but that's because you don't really need a lot. It's more kind of like 300 in a lot of ways. This small band of people are going to band together to stop an entire army that's trying to take over their town. Very good stuff, very good looking, highly recommended. And the last one, my pick of the week, The Raid. I love these movies. I love The Raid, and I love The Raid 2. And this storyline actually ties in a bit to the second film. There is a 1-year time jump in the span of the second Raid movie, where the main character, Rama, is in prison, and you don't really know what happened to him in there. All you knew is that he was undercover and trying to infiltrate the crime family that he's trying to take down once he gets out of prison. This covers the 1-year time gap in that story. There's lots of martial arts action. It's very brutal, very graphic, very violent. The attitude of this book, the way that the characters are drawn, the movement, the style. You actually see like these X-ray vision panels where you see like bones breaking and jaws cracking and teeth getting knocked out. It's very, very violent, and I absolutely love it for that. And it's all about this other officer that gets sent to the same prison, and they both know each other, but can't acknowledge that they know each other because Rama is still undercover. It's very, very good storytelling, very well done. There will probably be a third Raid film. It's been said that that's going to happen eventually, but probably not for a while. So until that comes out, this should tide you over. Ties into the second film. Definitely worth your time. Very good stuff. So that's my 3 picks of the week. Cosmic Ghost Rider, The Last Siege, and The Raid.
Where can they follow you in online social networking, Jesse?
You can find me on Instagram, just Jesse Fresco. I'll be eventually moving away from Facebook because I don't trust Mark Zuckerberg anymore. So find me on Facebook. Maybe, eventually I'll get rid of it. Till then, just look for me on Instagram. Just look for me on Jesse Fresco.
Are you ready, dude?
Mm-hmm.
All right, rolling, sound, screen. Oh, please.
Yeah, that's late in there.
Rolling, sound, speed.